Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Summer and I want to welcome you back to my channel Vibely. So today we're going to dive into another chapter in the relationship series. And this topic that we're going to talk about today is very near and dear to my heart. And what I realize is it's actually very common. And the reason why I know about this is not only did I do the research, but I wouldn't be able to speak on the topic as well as if I have been through the experience before. I have lived it, I have breathed it, and I thought I was crazy. And lo and behold, I did some research and became an expert on this topic, and it made so much sense and it helped me heal as well. So now as a healer, oftentimes healers will go through struggles, a lot of struggles and chaos and heartbreak, so we can experience things and share them with the world and trying to help and guide and heal people along the way. So the question surrounding this topic is, this might be you, or if it resonates with you, you could be experiencing things like, I cannot get over this person. Or you could be questioning, why can't I get over this person? Why am I so obsessed with this person? Why does it physically hurt when this person goes away? You may have gone away from each other and come back, but lo and behold, there's always that remaining question, why can't I get over them? Some people will literally be broken up for them and haven't spoke to them in years and still can't find and figure out for themselves and, why they can't get over them, and start making themselves feel crazy, like they need therapy. But I'm going to give you 8 tips today and signs that you may be experiencing this type of situation, and it has helped me so much, and I hope it helps you as well. So again, if you are asking, why can't I get over them? The answer may be, leave me in the comment section below if any of this resonates with you. Why can't I get over them? The reason may be called trauma bonding. So what is trauma bonding? So to give you the exact definition of trauma bonding, it is an attachment that develops from a cycle of physical or emotional trauma followed by positive reward. Now that we have the correct definition out of the way, I'm going to show you real life examples of 6 ways that you may be in a trauma bond. Number 1. Unpredictability of the way they treat you. So let's dive into that. Sometimes it can feel like you're walking on eggshells, or it depends on the day if they treat you good or bad. So let's say, for example, one day they are feeling great. It seems like a great day. They are treating you very well. So much, in fact, that it feels like the first time when you guys first got together in the early stages of the relationship. Then one day, if they are in a foul mood or less than good mood, it rains outside, something good didn't happen at work, they don't treat you so well. They may not give you any emotional response at all. They may not show you attention at all. They may even block you out completely. Regardless of the situation of how they treat you, it is not good. And you find yourself associating the way you're going to be treated on if it's going to be a good day or bad day and what mood they're in. Number 2, they often betray you or betray your trust. And you forgive them because they do things like give you apologies, give you excuses or gifts and certain things like that, and promises that it will change, they will change, or it will never happen again. And although they have broken your trust or betrayed you so many times, After this sweet gesture of reward that you are given and promises, you start to think to yourself, well, maybe it's not that bad after all, and you take them back over and over after the reward has given and the promises are made. Even though this, by forgiving them, you are creating a underlying anxiety and sometimes physical pain, which can lead to panic or panic attacks in the future. When this happens one or more times, this is where your pattern of the cycle of trauma, betrayal, and reward begins. Number 3, you are responsible for their happiness. So before, in the beginning of the relationship, it might have been more of compromise, but now you find yourself putting yourself, your wants, your needs, your desires, things you like to do, things you like to watch on TV, things you even like to talk about, on the back burner to appease them and make them happy, in hopes that it will contain their happiness and result of you receiving good and loving treatment. Eventually, so many times of this, you condition yourself to do this unconsciously, and then it just automatically repeats. And this cycle of giving yourself up for someone else and sacrificing yourself in this way for so long, eventually you lose your self of identity. Number 4, false promises. Do they often apologize and say, this will never happen again, I will change, next time I will be better, you can expect different from me, I am not that person anymore. But yet they repeat the cycle again and again. Now, although this is number 4 on the list, this is one of the most strengthening type of effects in the trauma bonding. It can actually strengthen that trauma bond, because when they do this, you feel an inner sense of camaraderie where you two have come together to be one, where they will ultimately, somehow subconsciously they will ultimately be there for me in the end. It is me and them against the world, and hence you are loyal to them subconsciously and honestly in the real world. And this is why this is the most deepest strength of the trauma bond that you can create, is the false promises that always end up being broken. Number 5, defending or denial. You may be finding yourself making excuses to others or friends, family, whoever that means to you, that the relationship is not abusive and that they don't understand your situation. They don't understand the relationship. They may tell you, no, I know what this looks like, and they may tell you things, and you jump really fast to defend the relationship in their honor, because they don't know what it's like behind closed doors. They don't know what it's like to be with them when it's the good times. And this is often called denial in the relationship. But the truth is, you shouldn't be having to defend someone if they're truly acting the way you are supposed to be treated. They're acting like a healthy relationship partner. So that is why step number 5 is defending yourself against an abusive relationship. Number 6, addiction or obsession. Now, this is going to be a little bit different. Number 6 often happens to you, the traumatized person. Addiction or obsession. So you may feel as though, so this is happening, this can happen when they're away, but most likely this is going to happen when you are separated or you're broken up, you're taking a break, or you guys are mad at each other in those type of situations. And this is when your trauma bond gets triggered. So you may start having this addiction type of feeling or obsession, obsessive thoughts. So you may experience literal pain when they're gone, when you guys are broken up or separated. You could feel so bad that it can cause you to be almost feeling debilitated, that you want to see them so bad that you literally start feeling pain. You can't think, you can't eat, you can't sleep, to the point where it affects you on a very disturbing mental level. You could want to see and hear them and be with them so bad that you would rather be with them and be terribly unhappy and have constant anxiety and panic and depression, because it feels better to be with them and unhappy than to be without them at all. And what I want you to understand is, it is not you. Oftentimes, people will relate this to true love. If I'm feeling this on such a deep level, this must mean we are connected. We are divinely connected. We are meant to be. We are soulmates. But in reality, this is science. This is hormones going on in your brain. When you are, just like you're coming out, if you're on a detox of drugs or alcohol, your brain and your body has a chemical response to it, where your cortisol increases. Now, in a trauma bond, the same thing happens when the drug or the perpetrator of the trauma that they have bestowed upon you is taken away. Your body reacts to the cycle that's been on repeat. And all of a sudden, you cannot physically make yourself do anything. And that is why obsessive and intrusive thoughts on repeat often feels like an addiction to them. And it's not love. It is simply step 6 in trauma bonding. Now, if this sounds familiar to you or someone you know, I want you to know, first and foremost, you are not alone. Many people experience this and do not understand why. I am one of them. You are not alone, and I am here to help guide you. Secondly, the next step is to accept and admit, you know what? Maybe I am in a trauma bond. Maybe my friend is in a trauma bond. There are so many resources online here, wherever you can find them, to help you heal and understand the trauma bond removal process. And then you may be able to find the strength to remove yourself from this very toxic, unhealthy, underlying abuse that you have been experiencing and how to reverse it. Lastly, it is time to work on yourself while you are going through your time frame of getting away from the person. You are going to work on first finding yourself again, because you have lost it, but you can find it again. I am living proof. I've had other relationship that I was very happy in after that. Time, find yourself and work on yourself. Work on your self-worth. And this may take part in you having to be alone for a while. The last thing you want to do is go to another relationship and have all these triggers coming out that may be a really good person. So I hope this helps sum this up for you, and maybe you can understand trauma bonding, or even how to prevent it in the future if you see some of these signs coming your way. I want to know you are loved, you are not alone, and I will help as much as I can guide you through that if this is your story. But if nothing else, I love you guys. Peace and love, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.